TBC Radio Network.
Welcome back to the second hour of the Morning Brew. We're so glad you can join us on a Friday morning, this early anyway. In the first hour, we talked about the secondary entrance assessment examination. Results as of 11 p.m. last night are now on the Ministry of Education's portal. Good luck to all of the children that have sat the SEA examination, but it is not, absolutely not, by any means the end of the world if you did not pass for the school that you would have wanted to pass for. And parents, you have a huge responsibility over the next 24 hours and going forward in dealing with how your child really deals with whichever school they would have passed for, especially if they didn't pass for a school that they would have wanted to. In this second hour, there's a health fair happening tomorrow. If you're in the West, if you're in the North, or if you're in any part of the country and would like to head to St. Clair tomorrow, the Royal Philanthropic Lodge will be hosting a health clinic in St. Clair. I have the pleasure of welcoming to the program Dr. Jerome Phillips, as well as LeQuay. Gentlemen, welcome to the program. Thank you all very much for being here. It's an important time, really, it's to have a health fair. Now, I say that really only in the sense that 6 months in the year, Dr. Phillips, 6 months in the year have passed. We have another 6 months to go. It's a good time to figure out where I'm at health-wise. Am I right?
No, absolutely. Especially as we get older, things go wrong with our bodies. And the Royal Philanthropic, together with the Ministry of Health, are having a health fair tomorrow at the Royal Philanthropic Lodge at 9 Herbert Street. The whole benefit behind the health fair itself is to educate people. So we will have screening for diabetes, cancers, blood pressures, the regular bits and bobs that we have. And what we're trying to do is just promote healthcare and have an understanding of the various diseases and pathologies we have in our country.
Yeah. What inspired it, Kurt?
The Ministry of Health has a program throughout the region that was funded by the IADB. The technical director had approached the district lodges to have a health fair promoting men's health. Then we got wind of it and we said, all right, we would do it. All right, Royal Philanthropic is the oldest English lodge in Trinidad, and the most progressive lodge. So our guys, within the 2 weeks, we said, all right, we'll put it together, and with the help of the brethren and with the Northwest Regional Health Authority, it's going to happen tomorrow. You mentioned about diabetes, you mentioned about cancer screening. What can people expect when they show up tomorrow? And why would you encourage people? I mean, sometimes we take health for granted when we are not sick, Dr. Phillips.
Absolutely, and even as a medical practitioner myself, I have to look introspectively. Just recently, I've had a few friends, I'm in my mid-40s, and they've had issues with heart attacks and so forth. So you are absolutely correct. Even though that you're young, look fit and healthy, there are things going on inside our bodies which we need to pick up. And the best way to pick it up is via screening. So when we pick up diseases early, we also save money in the long run because we can actually preempt the inevitable.
Yeah, that's such a good point. More and more young people, I'm not sure if I'm just making this up, I'm not sure if it's an observance, I'm not sure if I'm getting the statistics wrong, but it just seems that more and more young people are not only getting cancer, but also those heart diseases and heart attacks. It's just happening in a snap of a finger, Kurt.
Yes. I don't know if it's from COVID or whatever, but COVID made everyone more aware of their health. Since COVID, I've known quite a lot of people who have died. 1 year, about 6 or 7 people that I know died within the first 4 months of the year. And young people, 35 years old, 20 years old, getting a heart attack. Men have always been the stalwarts. That's what we are made out to be. And we don't really look at our health. I had a little health scare with my mom recently, and brothers stepped up and helped me a lot. But as we were preparing her, the grave, in case anything happens, I realized that my father was only 5 years older than me when he passed.
Wow.
Right? So we all, as men, We tend not to look at our health, but we should. We need to.
Yeah. What would you say, Dr. Phillips, to the population to encourage them to come out tomorrow, given the challenges that we face? And I want to talk a little bit about non-communicable diseases as well. When we talk about health in the Caribbean, particularly in Trinidad and Tobago, our non-communicable disease rate is really alarming.
No, it is. By trade, or by profession, I should say, I'm a cancer surgeon. I'm a head and neck cancer surgeon. And I've trained in the UK, and the observation that you made actually kind of hit home, because coming back to Trinidad, I actually see a younger age group coming up with that non-communicable diseases. And it's not just the diabetes, the high blood pressure and so forth, it's the cancers that's hitting home really. I now see a younger population in Trinidad than I do back up in the UK. I do not know what exactly it is. It's just an observation, and perhaps we need to do a bit more research on what the factors underlying these things. But a simple thing as health awareness, as we are trying to do with the health fair screening, it can raise a general awareness in the population about how we eat, how we exercise, how we move, and keep healthy, really.
Yeah, how can this health fair, Kurt, kickstart a change in lifestyle, a change in how we think about healthcare, a change in how we think about our own health, and how do you feel for people like myself who maybe put it on the back burner because you have so much work to do, because you have so much chores to do, because you have to do different things to do? How can tomorrow in St. Clair be a game changer for people like us?
For you personally, if you, God forbid, drop down and die tomorrow, they will find a replacement for you. So your primary... Pretty quickly. So your primary concern is your health, right? If you're not healthy, you're no good to anyone else. This health fair is a promotion by the Ministry of Health and the Northwest Regional Health Authority about non-communicable diseases, and to promote and to emphasize to everyone that they need to see about their personal health. That's why they have all these screenings, and they've been doing this throughout Trinidad and Tobago, north, south, east, west, etc. And we are here just to facilitate, using our lodge, using our personnel, our brothers to help, to organize it, and coming on the show to promote it. If we reach one person or two persons, right, that's a better person, a healthier person. And if they tell somebody else, and etc., and that is what even the brotherhood is about. It's about making good men better. Yeah,
but you're also using the expertise of someone like Dr. Phillips. Dr. Phillips, you know, you made an interesting point that I don't want to just be undervalued. In climate change, we always say that the cost of inaction is far greater than the cost of action right now. It's very much the same with someone's health.
No, absolutely, absolutely. To treat somebody within what they call a tertiary centre, for example, in Mount Hope and Port of Spain, it's very expensive, you know, because you have the doctors and nurses, the ITU, and all those salaries to pay along with the normal ward care. If we now take that into the general population and make it into primary care, the health centres, the health fairs and so forth, you're talking about less resources in terms of human resources and so forth. So in the long run, if we try to get back into a primary care setting, it will have a huge benefit in terms of economic resources as well as human resources and improving quality of life.
I want to give you guys the opportunity one more time to just preview what attendees tomorrow can expect in St. Clair, Kurt.
Right, so the health fair is from 10 o'clock in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. We have the various health screenings, about 10 or 11 stations, including insurance companies giving some information. We're going to have some entertainment, and the Ministry of Health has given us some giveaways to those who come to do the health screenings.
All right. Kurt, thank you very much for being on the program with us. Dr. Phillips, we appreciate all of the insights that you were able to share this morning. Anything else you'd like to share before we wrap?
No, just congratulations to all the young boys and girls who have passed the SEA exam.
Right.
And of course,
and the parents.
And of course, it is never too young to mind your health. So even if they are primary school students who are heading into secondary school, it might be a good time for them to visit that health fair as well. All ages are welcome in St. Clair tomorrow. Kurt, welcome back to the program. Thank you very much for being with us. Dr. Phillips, we appreciate your time as always. Let's take a break here on the Morning Brew. When we come back, we'll continue with the show.